Hi there, my name is Paul Dawson. I'm the Congregational Care Pastor at Lighthouse Christian Center over in Puyallup. And I've known and been a part of, connected with Bridges of Love for a little over 18 years now. It was back in 2002 when I first got connected. I had moved up from Oregon and got connected by this young lady named Sherry Finnessy, asking me if I'd ever heard of Love Inc. And I made the mistake of saying yes, I had, and that my mom had been on the board down in the Centralia Chehalis area, and that was pretty much signed the deal. And I ended up getting to work with Sherry and the executive board and all the ladies in the office for a number of years. It actually ended up being about 9 years where I was on the board in different capacities over the time. And over these years, even since I've been off the board, I have just had the great joy and the honor of watching how Love Inc. transformed into Bridges of Love, how the ministry evolved and changed and deepened in many ways, and to see the impact that Bridges of Love has made on so many lives over the years. And as other people will talk about, the lives of the clients, the folks who have been in need of help, we've watched lives transformed, not just because we've been able to help them keep their lights on or stay in their home or things like that, but we've been able to see them get connected not just with a congregation, with a church, which for some of them was life-changing in and of itself, but to find out that people in those churches were doing it because God loved them. And it would pull them into a relationship that they had never really experienced before. I've got to see that over the years, and that's been so much fun. Watching people who actually even moved from being a client, someone who called in looking for help, and ended up serving and working for Bridges of Love. That's been a great part of our story over these years. But there's also people that I've seen who have been transformed that weren't clients. I have some friends who have been involved with Jobs for Life for years, since we first started Jobs for Life. But they've been there as mentors and as folks who help with the interview process, those mock interviews. They're professional guys. They are in pretty powerful positions in their fields. And I've watched them be changed and be touched by the relationships they've made at Jobs for Life. And that is all because of Bridges of Love, bringing people from different parts of life, different walks of life together and watching what God is doing in the midst of that. That's been fun. But there's also the transformation that has been happening in congregations. When they start seeing a bigger picture, which has been the vision of Bridges of Love for the last 18 years that I know of, and that is that the Bridges of Love has always been, whether it was called Love Inc. or Bridges of Love, it's always been to be a ministry not to the churches of Pierce County, but a ministry with the churches. And as I've watched other pastors in other churches and pastors at churches I've worked at, I've watched them catch the vision that Bridges of Love puts out, that it's not just this church helping this person, but it's the church helping. And that we're actually partnering church to church, congregation to congregation with people to see God move in their life. It's sometimes just in a financial way or even helping them with food or whatever. But Jesus kind of did that too when he walked this earth. He knew they had a bigger issue, bigger need, but they were hungry, so let's feed them. Or they needed to be healed in some way, let's do that. And then there was the bigger entree into a life with God and a deeper meaning in life and a sense of value for themselves. I've watched that happen through Bridges of Love for all these years, and that is a huge reason why still I partner with them, and our congregation here at Lighthouse continues to partner with them in the work they do and the ministry they provide to and with the churches and the people of Pierce County. It's my just joy to still be a part of that and to get to talk to all of you today.